I'm knitting here with Nora.
And I'm knitting here with Sheila.
And this week we're going to look at booklet 283, Seduce and Bonsai.
The first one is Blenade. And who names these things? Well, I'm sorry, but this time it was me. Anyway, the first one, Blenade, is a great little cardigan. Depending on whether you're tall or short, it looks completely different. Our model here is 5'2", and this is the way in the picture is a nice way for her to wear it with the belt low. We put it on Sheila, and when she had the belt kind of high and the sweater was folded over, one side over the other, wrapped around her more, it looked absolutely adorable. It's got a little bit of eyelet detail up the front. Branna is a great little cardigan that's made from a rectangle. It's a variation on your rectangle cardigan. But it's got a really shaped armhole in it so that the sleeve, which is a normal set-in sleeve, fits great.
Yeah, and Bonsai, this is actually Bonsai Colors, which is a new kind of line extension of Bonsai, and we love the way that it patterns. It almost reminds you of the sock yarn patterning. It just looks really...
A little ikat?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Another one that's in the ikat kind of pattern, the colors, is Breez, and that's a simple t-shirt with some, I believe it's all self-finishing. The rib is worked across the front and up the sides, and you really don't have to do much to finish it once you finish your knitting.
That's amazing. It looks so polished, even though it's not a lot of work and just what you want in the summertime. Not a lot of work for a lot of bang for your buck in that one. And the square neckline is really different, I think, too.
Seil is a very simple tank top that in one picture here, we have it with the scorcia, which we're about to talk about, which is the shawl over her shoulders. But the tank itself has like 1/2 to 1 inch straps and a little ribbing at the top. You'll wear it under everything. And it's in Seduce, which is something you really want to wear in the summer. Mm-hmm. The scorcia shawl that goes with it starts out a little tab at the end, and it gets larger and smaller at the other end with a really beautiful lace pattern in it.
Yeah, it's an unusual shape for shawls and wraps. You see a lot of triangles and squares and circular stuff, but this is traditional shape with the tabs on the end. It's for tying, right?
It's for tying. It depends on how wide your shoulders are, where it sits on you, but I think it's really a nice shape for sitting over your shoulders and kind of tying in front, even though we didn't end up showing it that way.
Right, it's beautiful. Branna is one of my favorites. I think it looks really different. It's reminiscent of some of your other designs from previous volumes with the circular motif that you kind of pick up stitches and do a drop stitch in, right? You leave a hole, sort of.
Well, yeah, in this case, you do the kind of hourglass shape in the front and hourglass shape in the back, and you pick up, so then you do have a hole, just like you said. You pick up around them and do this elongated stitch where you put a lot of extra wraps in, and then drop them. And then on a few garter rows in between, you do some decreases and keep doing it.
It's really cool. From the side, you can see that it's a big circle, sort of bullseye shape almost. From the front, it just has this really flattering hourglass shape that's really, really different. But when you actually think about it, it's just a T, which is such a great basic for summer.
Now, Sheila is a variation on Ankara, which you saw last week. In Sheila, the difference is instead of the front wrapping up and becoming a pocket, it goes all the way up to the neckline and attaches there. So it's a great, easy layering piece, again with an OB kind of belt. Mm-hmm. This one is in Seduce.
Right. This is one of those things that you can put on over really simple underpinnings, and it just kind of completes the outfit. It's such a statement.
And last but not least is Seil, which is, it seems like an ordinary little cardigan, but it's got a little bit of a twist to it. The fronts are made longer than the back, purposefully, not by mistake. And there's gathering in the side seam, which causes the front of it to be shaped a little, to kind of curve out and dip down in the front, which is really flattering.
Right. And this was shot in a fish store, and we have some great outtakes of Eleanor shopping for fish. She's quite the ham, actually. You'd never know it from how demure she looks, but she's quite the ham.
So that wraps it up for booklet 283. Next week, we'll be talking about a whopper of a booklet, 284, which is Comfort Family.
Right. It's a good one. Thanks for joining us.